Okay, before we get too deep into it, I just want to kindly give a quick shout out to the two nice, lovely ladies that talked to me all about the book once the movie was over. I actually want to read the book now. Where the Crawdads Sing. So Where the Crawdads Sing is a new mystery love story directed by Olivia Newman, and is based on the best-selling novel of the same name. But this movie follows a young girl named Kai, played by Daisy Edgar Jones. Abandoned as a girl, Kai raised herself in the dangerous marshlands of North Carolina. For years, rumors of the Marsh Girl have haunted Barkley Cove. Drawn to two young men from her nearby town, Kai opens herself up to a new and startling world. But when one of them is found mysteriously dead in the marsh, she becomes a prime suspect in a murder investigation, and could there be more afoot than what even the town is willing to consider? You know, going into Where the Crawdads Sing, I didn't really know that much about it. Up until now, I hadn't heard anything about the novel, I hadn't read anything on the novel, so I went into this movie completely blind and oblivious. In fact, I was a little worried going in, because from the look of the trailers, this movie was gonna continue the trend of teen drama romance bullshit. And the track record for that is not very good. So I sat down with two sweet old ladies and watched it. And when I walked out, I proceeded to have a 30-minute conversation about how good this movie was with said old ladies. I actually enjoyed this movie quite a bit. And that's really rare coming from me because once again, guys, I normally don't enjoy films like this. But the characters and the beautiful visuals with the very intriguing story made this movie very likable. First off, I thought Daisy Edgar Jones was really great. She plays Kai in the movie, who really is the emotional center of it. She's a bit of a recluse and doesn't really trust people that much. Seeing what happens to her in her younger years, yeah, I really don't blame her at all. The movie does a really good job of making you step into her shoes and seeing the world through her eyes. She was great. I really don't have any negatives when it comes to her. Taylor John Smith as Tate Walker, he did a pretty good job too. And the thing I really liked about his performance is none of it really felt forced. It just flowed very well, and usually in films like this today, you normally don't see this happen. Usually we'd be getting this really cheesy, unrealistic dialogue that just doesn't sound natural at all. When I love somebody, I'm not going to look at them and go, "You're in my very soul, tormenting me," or "You're like my own personal brand of heroin." You know, shit like that, but here he really comes off as genuine and caring. So I really bought into him and the relationship that was being set up before me. Now we're getting into the asshat that is Harris Dickinson as Chase Andrews. Oh my god. Without getting too deep into spoilers, for a time, Tate is not in Kai's life throughout the entire movie, and this hat comes in to try and fill that hole. Props to Harris Dickinson, because the moment you meet this character, you just get this really uneasy feeling that something is very off. Kai really doesn't see it at first, but we, the audience, do, and we're all just kind of like, "Yo, Kai, you probably need to watch your back around this clown. Just saying." He's kind of weird and bubbly-eyed and sometimes just really cringe in the way that he comes on to her. At first I thought it was just really bad acting, but no. It was absolutely intentional because as we come to find out, this guy is a total sociopath. The moment she finds out that this guy actually has a fiance, I mean, it's in the trailer, so it's not really a spoiler, he makes her life a living hell. He stalks her, assaults her, destroys her personal life. This guy is a total dick. I'm glad that Harris was able to make me hate this guy so easily. Props to you, brother. The movie is really unique in a way because it's told from two different time periods. And I think it really works for this movie being a thriller because on one side you have the story leading up to the murder, and then you have the aftermath, the trial in which Kai is basically being prosecuted for Chase's death. And I feel like that's why the story of this movie really works, is because up until now, we know that Kai and Chase have history with each other. But Kai swears up and down that she did not kill the guy. We know that she hated him, but if she didn't kill him, then who did? So you're constantly just kind of playing a guessing game with yourself as the movie goes on. At one point, I thought Tate might have done it because obviously he would want to get back at Chase for hurting Kai. But no, he didn't do it. And then I thought maybe Sterling Macer's character could have done it because in a way, Kai has been kind of like a daughter to him. But no, he didn't do it either. They do end up revealing who did it by the end, and trust me, when they reveal who did it, I was just like, wow, did not see that coming. That's just good suspense and drama, and I really loved it. This movie is just also very visually appealing. The Bayou has never looked this heavenly before. The fact that they shot most of this movie on location just shows me how passionate they were about making this film. From what I understand, it's mostly shot in Louisiana, but the entire movie takes place in North Carolina, and that's a bummer, because I live in North Carolina. I totally would have taken myself and my girl on a trip to the marsh. Like, how could I not pass that up after watching this? The marsh itself even feels like a character at some times. I noticed that a lot of the lighting and shot composition for the marsh will actually begin to mirror Kai's emotions and feelings. When she's depressed and sad, the colors become just really murky and damp. When she's happy and energetic, the colors are more lifeful and vibrant. I love the little details like that. Like, people really have no idea how the little things like that can affect a film. My only regret is that my girl was not with me when I watched this movie. In fact, I feel like this movie is just better with the audience overall. So if you have plans to see this, make sure you take your girl and make sure you are seeing this with an audience. Trust me, you won't regret it. In the end, Where the Crawdads Sing was a very unexpected surprise. Great characters, beautiful cinematography, and just overall a really intriguing thriller. I think it's safe to say that this movie pretty much came in, kicked Marry Me, and then continued to kick the film while it was down. If you got a girl and you want to take her to see something this weekend, take her to see Where the Crawdads Sing. I'll say Where the Crawdads Sing will be making its way to my movie collection. Alright, thank you guys so much for joining me on my review for Where the Crawdads Sing. I can't believe I enjoyed this movie the way I did. That's very rare. I won't keep you guys for long. I do have an announcement coming up real soon, which I'll probably make that announcement probably in the next 2 videos after this one, so just kind of stick around and keep an eye out. But anyway, thank you guys so much for watching. Drop a like, leave a comment, and subscribe if you're new. And as always, I'm the Unbiased Movie Nerd. I'm saying peace, and I'll see you guys in the next video. Peace out, everybody.